Welcome back to another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. This is episode 134 of the Purple Pill Podcast. I'm your host, Rob. I'm with my co-host, Darren, in LA. How y'all doing this week?
Ready to see the Ravens not throw it away. That's what I'm ready to see.
Ready to see what?
The Ravens not throw it away.
Y'all gonna have a good game this week.
We'll see.
Same here. Raiders, just the Raiders. So
Y'all should win.
yeah,
Who you guys
battle with backup quarterbacks.
I got money on y'all this week, so y'all better not fuck up.
I hope not.
Who do y'all play this
Also,
weekend?
Rob will like this. It's National Tight Ends Day.
Woo woo.
Oh, there you go.
In my opinion, we should be celebrated. It should be honored. I think it's the most fun football day of the year. I also think it's week 7, right? So I think everybody in fantasy football should start play double tight ends.
If I could, I would.
I can, but I won't.
If I'm gonna look at my team once we get off this, I'm gonna look to play double tight ends. Just for
Like
the
if they
memes.
gave you a bump, like if you played 2 tight ends, you automatically get like 5 points. I'd do it.
That'd be dope.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be dope.
I'd do it because I got shitty tight ends, so that'd be worth it.
Yeah, I like that.
At least get 5 points if you play doubled.
Yeah.
We got to start doing stuff like this before the league start. Like put these little tidbits inside so that way people be ready.
I think Trevor's league is going to be more like that. I don't know about our league. We've been in it for 12 years and we don't got a rule book, so that should tell you.
I was supposed to help make this rule book 4 years ago, but our commissioner has yet to come with the rules. So
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
he'll be over in about an hour. So
Yeah,
you can
we
tell
get a
him all
rule
you
book.
want if you pull up.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch some of the games over there. Yeah.
You can tell him in high def. You know what your best friend did this morning, Darren?
What Nipsey do?
So I'm over here doing the floors, sweeping and whatnot, and I hear a barking concert outside. And I'm like, what's going on? Lex is barking, then I hear Bubby barking. I was like, oh shit, Bubby barking. I go outside and I see 2 dogs. I'm like, where's Nipsey? I turn behind me. Nipsey got his little grenade squeaky toy in his mouth, and he's out there running behind this dude walking his dog, doing circles around him, just doing his little growl shit. And I'm over here screaming his name. And he looked at me, he dropped the toy and book it back and hop over the fence. I was like, that's what you doing? That's what you doing? He trying to go to dog jail, dude. What's wrong with your dog?
He was just running
These
around
are
a random
5-foot
person.
fences, Rob. 5-foot fences.
Nah, that's scary. That dog's too big, bro. That dog hopped on me one time. I said, "Ooh, shit." That dog's strong, boy. What do you feed him?
So it looks like we about to buy 8-foot fences this coming summer. So
No, that's wild. I wouldn't know
I will
what to
post. I will post my GoFundMe. He had this little like chihuahua, like this dude's over here just screaming, like I'm like, he's not gonna do nothing to you. Just stand still.
Oh my god, yo! Oh my
And
goodness!
he's like, and the dude's like, and I give the dude props because he wasn't like, like get your dog under control. Because obviously, like I had a fucking fence. Like, what more you want me to do? And dude's like, how did he jump over? I was like, I'm so sorry. And what made it even worse this morning, I put his Raven jersey on him. So he was just out there terrorizing this poor white man.
He was being a menace.
Oh my god, bro! Oh my goodness!
He was being a menace.
Oh, man. He got his queen jersey on, just terrorizing the offense.
Didn't he just get in trouble for that yesterday for jumping fences?
I told you.
That terrible too.
Don't beat my dog. Don't beat my dog. I'm about to beat the shit out of him.
That's one of those. Yeah.
Nah, he's definitely grounded. That's crazy. Jumping over fences.
Yeah, he's grounded. He's in his cage right now with a blanket over it.
Oh man, he don't even get to watch the game.
Nah, he's gonna be in the basement. He's gonna be in the basement of the basement.
Oh man, that sucks. I
He
feel sorry
had
for
he
that
had
guy.
Bubby out here. He had Bubby out there vibrating. He was shook. Bubby's like, "Oh, we all dying."
That's what Bubby was saying to him. Get your ass back over here. Get over here. Back over here.
And Bubby don't bark. So when I heard Bubby, I was like, "Hold on." Like either someone's in my backyard stealing my dogs, or somebody's getting assaulted by my dogs.
Oh
I
man,
thought I
that is
remember that when that one little homie was outside just in my backyard for some reason. No, you
nah.
don't remember this? It's fine. It's fine.
There was
I thought
something that
I,
like a
I
cat or
thought he
something.
came back.
I forgot what it was.
Uh, but yeah, that was my morning.
That's a wild way to start your morning.
Yeah, he's grounded for wearing his Ravens jersey for a week. He's out of control.
Yeah. He felt like Ray Lewis in that moment. He told
Nah,
him so many times.
that motherfucker's a terrorist. That's what he is.
Man.
Well, speaking of terrorists, we have more news on the Israel Hamas war, I guess. And bro, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like there's so much information coming at me at once about this situation. It's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
So LA found this article. It's a misinformation article. So it's supposed to tell you all the misinformation that's been spread out because of this war through social media. So I'm actually kind of really excited to check this out.
Let's just scroll through and see what the people on the internet are saying and how true it may be.
All right, before we start looking at it, what information have you guys heard that you might think is misinformation or you don't know if it's misinformation?
One thing I've been hearing is that Israel blew up the
Gaza hospital.
hospital. Yeah, I don't know why I blanked out on the word hospital.
Yeah.
On the hospital. That's what I've been hearing.
I
It sounds like
heard.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I heard about Hamas. They said that they were raping women, uh, and they were going and like cutting babies' heads off.
All right.
That sounds wild.
That
It
does
sounds
sound
crazy.
Like, what
but
do
yeah,
you gain from that? Not
from
not the
putting out
segue, but like
from
you're
doing the
going to
act or
war. No, hold on, just follow me. You're going to war, and you're going to war because you have a goal, right? And your goal
Mhm.
is to accomplish the land or whatever, get money, whatever the goal is. At what point, when you have a goal, are you like, you know what, I'm gonna go cut a baby head off? Like, what do you gain doing this? I don't understand. Like, there are some rumors that come out, and I'm like, that's just so fucking far fetched. What do you gain from that?
Yeah.
Is it just like a fear factor thing?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
That's just wild to me. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything, Rob or Darren?
I was gonna piggyback off what you said. It sounds like neither group is taking credit for that hospital bomb, essentially. But we don't know who necessarily bombed it. That's what I've heard personally.
This shit is crazy. Like, look at all this debris, bro. Like, I feel like, what is that, concrete? Jeez. Can you scroll through a little bit, Rob?
Yeah.
Let's see what some of these are. Let's see. So, the first claim was that the Turkish president, I don't know his name, has threatened to intervene in the latest Israel Hamas war. The fact is, the conservative Muslim president has said no such thing. A social media post has wrote recently about the ongoing conflict that has been misquoted. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Let's see. Has been misquoted. Social media users are sharing a quote they say is from Erdogan, in which the long-serving leader warns his country will take decisive steps to end the conflict if the destruction of Hamas-controlled Gaza continues. So that is not true. He never said that. So People who are saying that the Turkish president's going to intervene. False. Untrue. This is why. Let's scroll down a little bit more. See what the next one is.
Wait. This
What's
says
up?
president did not threaten to intervene in the conflict. He was speaking generally about getting the world to put pressure on Israel. Okay, my fault. Just wanted to read that.
Mhm. So let's see what the next claim is, that the Israeli military confirmed it bombed a hospital in Gaza in a social media post written in Arabic. The fact, a screenshot circulating online shows a Facebook post from an account posing as the Israeli military. No such posts exist on the military's actual social media pages, and its top Arabic-speaking spokesperson confirmed his office has issued no such statement.
Okay.
So that's false. It looks like Israel is not claiming they did that. What's next? Let's see. The next claim, a YouTube video or a video shows Qatar. Why did I assume it said video and put YouTube before it? That's crazy. Google, you got a problem.
It's like those text
A
messages. It like suggests you what's going to
yeah,
happen
like I
next.
just assumed it said it. A video shows Qatar's emir threatening to cut off the world's natural gas supply if Israel doesn't stop bombing Gaza. Do you hear this shit? Like he think he's gonna cripple the entire world if they don't stop bombing Gaza. The facts: Qatar's ruling emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, I hope I said that right, says no such thing in the wildly circulating clip. Which is more than 6 years old. A spokesperson for the Qatari government also confirmed that neither the emir nor any government official has threatened to cut off exports in response to this conflict. Fun fact, actually, I think it was Germany. It might be the EU, but I think it was Germany just signed a deal with Qatar for natural gas for 10 years because they're cutting it off. They're no longer going through Russia. So these bad boys are getting even more dummy rich. Watch out for them. Let's scroll down. If you want to read more on that, you can. All right, let's see. This claim is a video shows a BBC News report confirming Ukraine provided weapons to Hamas. The facts, the widely shared video clip is fabricated. The officials with the BBC and Bellingcat, an investigative news website that is cited in the video as the source, confirmed. People just making fake videos out here. Like it's fake. It's crazy. Let's keep going. What else we got? We
You
gonna
could
bust all of them?
You could definitely take advantage of the rest of the world if they don't speak your language, right?
I guess. So this claim, a video of a young actor being filmed laying in a pool of fake blood, shows propaganda being created for use in the Israel-Hamas war. The fact, this video is behind-the-scenes footage from the making of Empty Place, a short film focused on the story of Ahmad Manasra, a Palestinian who was arrested at age 13 in 2015 in relation to the stabbing of 2 Israelis. What?
Yeah, bro. I'm saying like the thing is in this case is like not only just the language barrier, you can also just there's so much content out in the world. There's no possible way I've seen this movie. You could just take this clip and I'll think anything. I'll think it's exactly put it with this scenario. Yeah, 100%. You can just sell me with the story. It's just a lot of information that's naturally can be missing. Like you can be used it wrong. I don't know.
It's crazy. Like, keep going. It's all about how you paint the picture, man. This claim is that Nimrod Aloni, a top general in the Israeli army, was captured by Hamas militants during a deadly incursion October 7th into southern Israeli towns near the Gaza Strip. The facts, there's no truth to this claim. A spokesperson for the Israeli military confirmed Aloni was seen October 8th at a meeting at top Israel. Like, how you just gonna brazenly say we kidnapped him? Like, that can't be proven. A video shows Hamas fighters parachuting onto a sports field before attacking Israeli citizens during the group's surprise October 7th attack on Israel. The facts? While Hamas did employ paragliders to get some fighters across the border between Gaza and southern Israel, the footage of a sports field shows parachute jumpers in Cairo, Egypt, and has been online since last September.
At
Wow.
least, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man.
It's crazy. Like, we can go for hours. Like, the misinformation is out there, people. Like,
But
before you send your money anywhere, before you join a sign, please just do your research. Please just understand what's happening. Before you start a holy war between you and your family, friends, coworkers, people on your street, do your research.
yeah,
Not everything you see online is real.
I think that's something that we preach on this podcast at this point.
I try.
This is crazy. That's just crazy. But at the same time, some of
Like,
that information is used as propaganda and to scare the other side. If I have one of your leaders, it should make you a little bit more fearful. But in this
but
case,
bro,
I don't have your leader. I get it. I get it. I get it. Once again, it's
like
like
that
I
shit
said,
might have worked back in 1950. Like those type of scare tactics and that what do they call it? The
Red
Propaganda.
Scare.
it's huh?
I'm saying Red Scare, but I think
Propaganda.
that's more.
No, like it's like propaganda, but like where you like militarize propaganda. There's a word for that. I can't
Oh,
think.
fear mongering.
Yes, it's like that kind of fear mongering might have worked back in the 50s, but like now, bro, everyone can check that shit. You
Not
can
really,
easily
LA.
see what's happening around you.
The
Not
problem
really, LA.
is,
Really.
During COVID was literally fear mongering.
But you can fact check the information. Like you can go to the CDC, you can go to independent
Not really.
researchers, you can
You
do your
remember
fact. Yes, you can.
who was
All
the
that shit
head
was
doctor of
lies.
the during COVID? What was that dude's name? Fauci.
Okay.
He admitted that he lied to people at the beginning of COVID about the mask, about its effectiveness of preventing COVID. Then came out at like a year and a half later and said, "Yeah, I lied about that just so we can keep. We didn't want mass hysteria of people freaking out. So we said said that to make people more comfortable."
Said what?
So he was saying that when the first COVID first started, he said that the mask helped prevent COVID. By like a year and a half later, it was found out that the masks do nothing to prevent COVID. They just told people to wear the mask to make them feel safer. It was just so people
I
make
don't.
felt safe.
That's. I would have to ask for your sources on that.
I'm pretty sure he came out and said that. I'm pretty sure Fauci came out and said that.
I would have to ask for your sources on that. But again, even if he said that shit, you know what you can do? You can go look at the documentation from the CDC. You can go read that report. You can go look at the NIU. You can go look at all the other different health industries, and you can see their data. All that shit's publicized. Like you can read it. You can do your own conclusions. If you don't want to put whatever they're selling you in your body, don't do it. That's fine. Just know that it can become something else. So do your research on that front. But like here, like if you want to send money to Hamas because your family's from Hamas, I'm not stopping you from doing that. But like if you think in your heart of hearts Israel is doing the right thing, all I'm saying is do your research.
Yeah, yeah. Ultimately, do your research, but at the end of the day, we don't want nobody getting hurt. That's what we stand for. Over.
This is a 52-second clip. It says this is what. We'll check it out.
Yeah, but there are other studies, Michael, that show at an individual level for individual, when you're talking about the effect on the epidemic or the pandemic as a whole, the data are less strong. But when you talk about as an individual basis of someone protecting themselves or protecting themselves from spreading it to others, there's no doubt that there are many studies that show that there is an advantage.
I don't know. It's saying that's what he's saying. He's taking a step back from his previous statements. So he said, as a whole, in the whole grand scheme of the country, it does nothing. But he said right there that individually, it makes a big difference. I don't know. I think it was mass hysteria, and I think they were fear mongering it to make you go get the Pfizer shot.
No. So what he was saying was like, as a whole, or at least what I interpreted from what he just said, as a whole, as a population, it wasn't effective because not everyone was doing it. But the singular person it is effective for. So that means if every person did it as a population, it would be effective, correct?
How did you get that? I didn't hear that at all. Darren, what'd you hear?
If he just said for the individual it's effective, but for the population it was not, that means the population was not doing what the singular person was supposed to do that was effective.
Yeah, LA, you twisted his words.
I'm not. That's what he just said.
That's not what he said at all.
Can you replay the video?
Yeah, but there are other studies, Michael, that show at an individual level for individual, when you're talking about the effect on the epidemic or the pandemic as a whole, the data are less strong. But when you talk about as an individual basis
Yeah.
of someone protecting themselves or protecting
exactly what he's
themselves
fucking
from
saying.
spreading it to others, there's no doubt that there are many studies that show that there is an advantage.
LA, he said
That's exactly what he just said.
he didn't say because people aren't using masks, the data is less strong, so it's not working. He did not say that whatsoever. That's what you said. He just said the data is less strong for the data is less strong that the masks work for the large majority of the population. So Americans across the board that use the mask, by population, it is not effective. Individually, when you go to individual people, it is more effective. But
from them spreading it to the rest of the people. That's where you're losing it. LA is kind of right. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't understand.
How?
I don't understand.
But he said nothing about
okay.
the large majority of people using masks, and that's why it was happening. That's what LA said.
No, he said the population is what I'm saying to you. The population, if you have a single person, right, that is one digit
Right.
of the whole, correct?
Correct.
So now if it is effective for the single person, which he just said,
Yes.
right? And there is not enough data for the whole population, is what he's saying, right?
No, he didn't say that. He
What
didn't say
is,
there was
what
enough
is he
data.
saying?
He said the data didn't match for the whole. It doesn't match.
Because
He never said because. He just said the data didn't match.
I'm letting you infer because.
We're not inferring. We're not inferring. We can't infer that.
Well, then you can't say that masks were a fear-mongering tactic. If he clearly says, if he just solely saying
No.
it is effective per person.
No, I'm not saying.
If it's effective for one person, then it's effective, right?
Let me clarify something. I'm not saying the masks were fear mongering. I'm saying masks were put out there to make people feel safer. I don't know what the word for that would be.
To make them feel safer, but he just said it was effective though.
Not on the mass level.
To the individual.
It's fine.
I get it.
I don't have to understand everything.
I get what you're saying, LA. I get what you're saying.
I don't have to understand everything. Maybe this is just one of those things. That's fine. But I hear what he said, and thank you for bringing that to the podcast, Rob.
You're welcome.
I personally hated masks. Like my whole I broke out so bad.
Really?
I hated it. Yeah, like I don't know, because I like we had like my mother was high risk and whatnot, so like I had to wear like the double mask. Like I would wear my normal like the white mask, and then I would wear like the real mask on top of it. And like if I was around her for over an hour, like just talking, all this shit would it was bad.
Masks are very uncomfortable. That is one thing we
But
all learn.
my mother is still alive, so worth it.
All right. Let's talk about black people going to North Korea. What the fuck is up with niggas going to North Korea?
Scroll down. I'm about to speed read through this because if I just give you the synopsis is not going to do it justice. An Army private who fled to North Korea before being returned home to the United States last month has been detained by the U.S. military, two officials said Thursday night, and is facing charges including desertion and possessing explicit images of children. The 8 counts against Private Travis King are detailed in the charging documents seen by the Associated Press. The officials who confirmed King's confinement spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity, blah, blah, blah. King's mother, Claudine Gates, said in a statement that she loved her son unconditionally and was extremely concerned about his mental health. As his mother, I ask that my son be afforded the presumption of innocence, she said. So let's scroll down a little bit and we'll get to the meat of it. So does anyone know what desertion is?
When you leave
First
the
of all,
army or leave the military.
I think that's going AWOL, right?
So they say desertion is a very serious charge and can result in imprisonment for as much as 3 years. King is also accused of kicking and punching other officers last year, unlawfully possessing alcohol, making a false statement, and possessing a video of a child engaged in unnecessary activities. That allegation dates to July 10th. So 1 week later, after July 10th, King, who is 23 years old, decided to run across the heavily fortified border from South to North Korea. Fun fact, he is the first American soldier.
Of course, I'm not surprised. I know
He
it
is the first one to do that.
Of
First
course.
of all. Let that be.
Well, like what, LA? There's no reason to do that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And he became the first American detained in North Korea in nearly 5 years. He was set to be sent to Fort Bliss, Texas, where he could face potential additional disciplinary actions and discharge. Officials said King was taken to the airport and escorted as far as customs, but instead of getting on the plane, he left and later joined a civilian tour of the Korean border. He ran across the border, which is lined with guards.
Those North Korean dudes are like, what the fuck is that nigga coming over here for?
I'm so sorry. This whole story is wild to me. So it's heavily guarded. Where am I? He ran across the border, hardly guarded, crowded with tourists. After about 2 months, Pyongyang abruptly announced that it would expel him. He was flown on September 28th to an Air Force base in Texas. His release from North Korea was aided by the Swedish officials who took King to the Chinese border, where he was met by U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns, the Swedish ambassador to China, and at least one U.S. Defense Department official. He was then flown to a U.S. military base in South Korea before heading to the U.S. Once back in the U.S., King was taken to Brooke Army Medical Center at Fort Sam Houston, outside San Antonio. He then went through what the military describes as a reintegration process that includes medical exams, psychological assessments, and debriefings, as he was also allowed to meet with his family. Because he had willingly run into enemy hands, he legally was kept in military custody throughout this process. At the time, officials said they did not know exactly why North Korea decided to let King go, but suspected that Pyongyang determined that a low-ranking serviceman, he's black, had no real value in terms of either leverage or information. King joined the army in 2021 and served as a cavalry scout. So let's go down a little bit more. Oh, okay, here we go. So when he was gone, Army leaders declared him absent without leave. I think that's AWOL, opting to not consider him a deserter, which is a far more serious crime. By declaring King a deserter, the Army would have to conclude that King left and intended to stay away permanently. In times of war, desertion can carry the death penalty. Service members can go AWOL for several days, but may return voluntarily. The punishment can include confinement to the brig, forfeiture of pay, or dishonorable discharge, and it is largely based on how long they were away and whether they were apprehended or returned on their own. The charging document does not provide significant detail on any of the allegations, though it does accuse King of knowingly possessing videos of underage children, and says that he solicited a user of Snapchat, a social media platform, to produce images of the underage activity. Sean Timmons, an attorney who specializes in military law at the Tully Rickney Law Firm, and who reviewed the charging documents, said all the transactions that occurred on Snapchat were not secure or private and are accessible by the government. And I quote, he probably reasonably believed his illegal conduct would have no evidentiary trail, but Snapchat actually saves everything. The moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen.
That was the moral of the story. That was the moral of it. Please don't
That's
tell
what
me that was
started it.
Please, no,
That's
bro.
what started it.
No, is that really what started this? Maybe
he
I'll miss that part. Maybe I'll miss
If
that
he
part.
had Snapchat for no butt, he wouldn't be in the situation. What's wrong with him? Hey, that's crazy. Craziest story. Roller coaster. So what do y'all think's gonna happen to Mr. King?
You gotta go.
Private King.
You gotta go.
He gotta go. Now, when I was reading this, I thought to myself, giving him the benefit of the doubt, what if this quote unquote underage activity is someone that's 17?
What?
Is that
Nah, dog.
does that still make it?
No.
I don't think that's how that works, LA.
What if they turn?
I don't
But
care.
hold on.
How old is he?
Hold on.
How old was he?
Hold on. Let me finish. So he was in South Korea, right? Like the laws in South Korea are different.
You don't go by
I'm
laws.
just saying.
You go by your laws when you're in the military, dog. Because that's why.
But you in a different country.
You have to follow their laws and your military laws. That is, I don't even understand. That is the most. That is a wild story. Like you can't even make that into a short film. That would be crazy. This dude just runs across the border instead of getting on a plane. He joined a tour guide group.
Oh, never mind. That whole argument I just gave is from ignorance. The age of consent in South Korea is 20 years old, so no, he couldn't.
Yeah.
There was no way. Unless they were 18. If they were
Yeah.
18 in Korea, that is not of age. So maybe that's why he got fucked
No,
up.
I don't think it was that. I think he was already back on American soil, so meaning that person was under the age of 18. And no, this dude's crazy.
Can
bro.
Snapchat only work in America?
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. This dude's wild.
We need to follow this story and see where Mr. King ends up at the end of the year because I have questions.
Jail.
And I feel like.
And you think North Korea just expelled him just because he was a low? Nah, bro. This is why, like, get this. We ain't about to start nothing over this guy. Get him out of here.
So in North Korea, the age of consent is 15, according to the quick Google search I did. So who knows what that man was doing or where he was doing it at, but apparently he was running to a country where he could do what he needed to do. So don't go to North Korea, y'all.
I don't think we're allowed.
That's all I got.
I'm good.
He obviously went.
Yeah, then got captured.
I don't think he was allowed to.
He went though.
I'll be honest, bro. They should have definitely. He should have been charged with desertion, not AWOL.
He's about to be.
Yeah, he's about to be there.
I don't know.
He's about to be charged with desertion.
Because once
they were in the war or not, but
I didn't read that. I saw that they were trying to give him AWOL instead of desertion.
At first, they gave him AWOL because they didn't know what happened. But now that they know what's happening, they're like, "Oh yeah, bro, you deserved it. You're going to jail."
Jail? AWOL is jail. You might, bro.
AWOL, you get dishonorably discharged.
Yeah, I guess.
When you in times of war, you desert. Oh, you're done. You should have never signed up for this.
Yeah, bro. He got to go. You got to go.
You had options. You didn't have to go to the military.
Bro, we are the average American person saying you got to go. Imagine military people.
Military people probably be like, I get it.
No, military.
LA, stop. LA, stop. What are you talking about?
There's other ways. That's not smart. That's not smart. I don't care what they know that's not smart. Even if you wanted to get out the military, that is not the smart way.
It's crazy how we just get one article and y'all already condemning this man. You don't know what happened. You don't know. Maybe he did have a lapse of judgment. He's in war. His brain's not working right. Who knows?
Why you keep saying he's in war? What is going on in North Korea and South Korea with Americans? That is a war going on right there. We don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
I'm saying, isn't America in a state of war still? Haven't we been in like a state of war since 9/11? Like, are we not still at war
No.
with something? No, America's
No.
not at war anymore.
We might just be aggressive, but I don't know if we at war necessarily.
I think we pulled all our troops out of the Middle East.
That don't mean we're not at war. We just
We're not
we just
no
killed somebody over there like 6 months ago. We had
That doesn't mean we're at
assassination strike.
war,
What do you
LA.
mean?
We're not at war.
So we just assassinate people. We're not at war. with?
Yes, literally. That's what we do.
Oh, that's what America does. Good to know. Good to know.
We're
Don't you
not
know
proud
we're
of
the
this.
Green Lantern?
We're not proud of this as an everyday American. We're not proud of this. It just is what it is.
We're literally
don't
the
have
Green
control
Lantern
over it.
Corps.
Yeah, we don't have. I don't know about that. We don't have control.
Shut up. Talk about the Green Lantern.
I'm just saying, we literally police the world.
This boy Rob is tripping sometimes.
Rob's on trash, man. Oh, so the war in Iraq officially ended in 2023, apparently.
2023.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Is that? Are you sure, bro? Because
Maybe I
Obama
lied.
pulled those
Maybe
niggas
I
out
lied.
like.
Maybe I lied. Hold on. Nope, these are votes. The war in Afghanistan was 2021 to 2001 to 2021. The
That still
United
seems like-
States House Representatives vote to appeal the 2001 2021. The war ended December 15th. Hold on, I'm getting there. I'm wrong. Rob was right.
When did it end?
The war is no longer still going.
President Obama pulled a bunch of troops out back in the day. So that's all I remember. And I'm pretty sure I thought it ended then.
American-led intervention in the Syrian civil war ended September 22nd, 2014 under Barack Obama's administration. But U.S. ground forces were still in Syria when President Donald Trump came into office in 2019. So
Yeah, we're aggressive.
I don't know.
Yeah, like Darren said, we're aggressive. We want control.
So it looks
of
like
everything.
2021 was the last time, at least this Wikipedia article was updated, that we did something in Syria. So I don't know, but I can't prove that we are still at war at this moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, homies should not be just running into other countries.
Hey, Darren, if you're a pedophile, you probably should run to other countries.
No, bro. No, you shouldn't be a pedophile. Let's start with that. And then on top of it, you shouldn't be in the military. Nothing about that story is adding up still to me. In LA, you're probably right. I shouldn't just be condemning the man off of one article. So I do agree with that. But if I'm just going off the narrative of the article that was read to me and I read, yeah, it's not right. It's just nah. What he did was not okay at all.
All right. This next video we got, I'm gonna have you guys watch, is pretty crazy. It's a video of a police stop in Georgia. That's all I'm gonna tell you. They say, I'm gonna read you a little bit of it. It says Camden County Sheriff's Office (GA) released the October 16th dash cam footage of a police and BLM marcher, Leonard Kerr. Yeah, that's all you need to know. Let's check it out, this video.
Step out! Get out!
Oh, fuck, hold on, give me a second. I didn't have the YouTube ready. Give me a second. All right.
Get out! Put your hands back here. I ain't doing shit. Put your damn hands back here. Who are you? Staff Sergeant of the Sheriff's Office. My name is Al Wade. I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle. In the name of who? In the name of the law of the state of Georgia. Step back here now or you're getting tased. Watch me now. Put your hands on the back of that truck. Do you see that? Put your hands on the back of that truck. The back of the truck. Both hands. Turn around. 134. Camden, send me another unit. One non-compliant.
Your name is Officer who?
Staff Sergeant Aldridge with the Camden County Sheriff's Office.
Who county?
Camden County. Put your hand behind your back.
Do I have a warrant? Wait. No. Excuse me.
Either put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now.
Why am I getting tased?
Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now.
Why?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Offense and what? Am I going to
Hands
jail?
behind your back. Yes, you are going to jail. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
You dummy. You're a dummy.
Stay down.
What you told
Stay
me
down.
happened?
Stay down. Camden, shots fired. Shots fired, Camden. Stay down. Do not get up.
What is up?
Stay down.
There's so many. Oh, we didn't.
Stay down.
I need to all right, we're
What
it's
is
last
the
one,
Brinks
so
truck
finish it
doing
out, just
there?
finish it out. LA, you
What
go
is the
first.
Brinks truck for?
Exactly, bro.
I think he pulled over to. I'm assuming he pulled over to help.
He saw the
What?
fight.
This is
He
crazy.
is actually he's an armed security or armed police officer, so I kind of do understand that. But
I
you
guess.
are technically
how did the
transferring
Brinks-
money.
Right? Now everybody's about to stop. This is crazy. You know?
that threw me off too.
But in all seriousness, like this, again, like all of this shit can be avoided, y'all. Like you was speeding, allegedly. You was allegedly speeding. Correct. The officer said you were speeding. You get out the car, you get your ticket. You know, he says you're being arrested because in Georgia it's whatever. Does it make it right? Does it make it wrong? Who knows? However, the cop says you were speeding. You got to take the ticket. You got to do what happens. You were speeding, allegedly. Now you go to court, you figure it out. You wasn't speeding. You got a speedometer in your car. Maybe it's not measured right. Whoever knows, whatever. You fix it. You pay your fine. You move on. But like, at what point in time did you think you turn around to fight this cop? You wasn't getting shot. First of all, if you turn around and fight a regular person in the street, you think you about to get shot. Like, you got a 50-50 chance of getting shot. Like, you know this cop got a gun.
This is America. Yes, I agree.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. It's craziness.
Did y'all hear the gunshots?
No, I did not.
I
didn't
personally
either.
didn't hear it, no.
I didn't hear it either.
I personally didn't hear it.
So when he said when he said shots fired, I was surprised. I was like, I didn't even hear nothing. I thought he just drew the gun on him.
Hey, from what this one video I saw, I think that the cop reasonably tried to not use lethal force until, because let's be honest, the cop was getting his ass beat. Like, he was not going to win this fight.
Yes.
Like, his life was in danger, so he had to do what he thought he had to do. Whether it be right or wrong, it played out the way, it made sense the way it played out to me.
Bro, he used everything on his utility belt before using his
Bro,
gun. Like,
besides
he literally-
bear spray, he used
Yeah.
everything he could.
that was like maybe mace. Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's the only thing. But at that point, bro, if I gotta use two weapons and I'm getting my ass beat like that, yes, I think the gun needs to come
Yeah.
out next.
Getting his ass
Short of
beat.
throwing a punch, that only he just didn't throw a punch, but like he had him size, weight. Like, dude already got tased. Like, he's at your ass now, bro. Like, what else are you gonna do? Run into traffic? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I
what, when
don't
I
know.
first saw the video. That's what I was afraid of, that they were going to rustle in front of the traffic and get hit by a car or something.
Like
That's what I was afraid
that
of.
was a lose-lose for everybody involved. Granted, like it's always been a thing for me when people like get pulled over on the highway. Like that's probably the most stressful situation anyone could be in. Like you're on the highway, someone's driving by you doing a minimum of 70 miles per hour. This guy's yelling at you, like everybody's stressed. He doesn't know what you have in the car. You don't know what he's doing. Like it's a high stress
Yeah.
situation. I can't imagine.
Can I also add to that? The highways in the South, like North Carolina, Georgia, they're not bad highways. It's just that they go on for very long before you actually see an exit to get off. So it's one of those like you're kind of in a lose-lose situation right there. Anyway, you can't keep going or it's a high-speed chase, and you can't slow down and get pulled out the car because like it's like it's like you said, people going 70 minimum.
They said according to Twitter, they said they think he's a Freemason.
I don't give a damn about any of that Freemason bullshit.
They said at
I
33
mean-
seconds he gives the sign.
Watch me now.
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
Do you see that?
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
I wonder what he was doing there. Homie in the comment section said, hate to be conspiracy theory Dan over here, but check out, as above, so below. Gesture exactly 33 seconds, which the cop didn't get. What's that all about? Crazy, right?
I mean, who knows?
All right, let's go to something on a lighter note, if you will. Let's listen to some bars from Lupe Fiasco. Tell me if you guys think this is not sick or not. I think this shit's super cool. They even put the thought process into this.
Did you know Lupe Fiasco's verse on Kanye's Touch the Sky contains a hidden 3-to-1 countdown?
Did you know that?
I don't know what a 3-to-1 countdown is.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, okay. No, I did not know that.
Yes, yes, yes. Guess who's on third? Lupe still like Lupe in the third.
The verse's first line establishes 3. Lupe repeats yes 3 times before asking guess who's on third, pointing out that he's on the third verse of the song. Lupe steal like Lupe in the third compares him stealing the third verse like stealing third base. Cleverly, he refers to himself in third person, but also pronounces Lupe steal to sound like Lou Bass steal. Meanwhile, Lupin the Third is a reference to the famous anime thief while also sounding like looping the third, as in rounding third base toward home. The hidden countdown continues when he says, he plays with the 2 and touche, even holding up 2 fingers to ensure we caught the wordplay. Finally, the countdown is complete at the end of the verse when he says, First here completes the 3-to-1 countdown, but notice how short this line is compared to the others. That's because he should have said, I represent the first and the 15th, the name of his independent record label. Why not say 15th? He didn't have to. This is the 15th bar of his verse. Did you know Lupe Fiasco?
Good for him. If all of that works the way he wanted it to, good for him.
Incognito bars. That's what that is.
When I tell you hip hop was so much better back in the day for shit like this, you don't get this no more.
Yeah, but then if I heard this song, I wouldn't have got that, bro.
I mean, cool, but I like the fact that somebody broke it down. I'd be like, oh, this dude might be like low key genius. I see it now.
Nah, that shit hit different. That shit's crazy. And I just started watching that show Lupin a little bit. Yeah, that shit's fire.
The Netflix one?
Yeah, the French one.
I wonder how that is.
It's pretty good. I watched the first episode. It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good.
Well, is it based
All
off
right.
the anime at all?
As far as I know, it's not. But I don't know anything about the anime either. So
What's the
it's
show
based off the
about?
books.
What's the show about?
A gentleman thief.
So it might be, I don't know. Maybe the anime is based on the book. I don't know.
All right. Bro, imagine moving damn near across the country for a job and finding out that you never got hired. LA, what's going on in this
So
situation?
question: when you guys go to get jobs, can you explain to me how the process works? Like when you get your job, what do you normally do? From the moment they're like, "Yeah, you can have this job," to your first day, what do you normally do?
Wait for my first day to start? What do you mean?
So, hey, you've been awarded this job. I need you to do blah blah blah, and then you start. What
Oh,
is the
you
blah
gotta
blah
do
blah?
background checks and shit and drug tests and
Okay,
stuff.
so let's list them off. What do you have to do?
Background checks, drug test, um,
W-2. You gotta make sure
W2.
you're a citizen to work here.
Okay. And then what else? You normally give people like, like a direct deposit.
Yeah.
You fill out health insurance. You get a badge.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Maybe you Zoom with your manager. You meet the team. There's a numerous amount of things that you can do. Correct.
Right.
Like you might go visit the job. You might go see what it looks like. You might have a walkthrough day. Any of these things are things that you could do. Correct.
Yeah, some businesses, yeah.
Okay, for some businesses, yes. So let's say
original stuff, yeah, all business.
Let's say, for example, let's say we just graduated college. We did sports theory, sports medicine, and we want to be a coach. And let's say, we went to school in OSU and someone in Alabama was like, yo, we got this D2 school. No, scratch that. D2 school. And we want you to come out here and be assistant head coach. What are you going to do? What are you going to say? How are you going to react?
I'm coaching the defense.
Okay, but
I'm happy about this. What do I need to get started? Who's going to send me the forms? Where's the school at? When do I meet the coach? The AD.
What kind of schemes do you run?
Exactly.
Just general fucking information, correct?
Yeah.
Like, how long's the school been there? Google the school. Do some research, right?
Naturally.
All right. So let's now that we have a base of what we would do, let's see what happened to this 24-year-old woman who traveled from Florida to Virginia. Let's scroll down a little bit. So up a little bit, up a little bit. Okay, so a woman said she moved to Virginia from Florida for her new job and worked there for 7 days before finding out she wasn't actually hired. Cameron Spina, 24, told insiders she applied this summer for a job as a cheerleading coach at a college in Virginia and was excited when she heard back. The names of the college and the coach are known to insider, but Spina requested that they're not published out of concern for potential legal repercussions. Spina graduated with a master's degree in global sports business from Rutgers University in 2022. She said the head coach of the cheerleading program in Virginia College arranged for a first interview with her over Microsoft Teams in June. Scroll down. Also, she published a TikTok of this whole journey. That's the whole reason why we have this story now. So the interviews were amazing. It went an hour and a half, and it felt like I knew this guy my whole life, Spina said on TikTok. She said she then received an email from the coach asking her to visit the college's facilities in Virginia. They rented her a car. She got there. The interview lasted 5 hours on location, she said on her TikTok. So, same thing as the first interview. We just couldn't shut up. We really enjoyed talking about the job. It was really exciting. So let's scroll down a little bit. All right. So Spina said that at the end of her second interview, the head coach told her he wanted to hire her for the role. He sent her an email with her job details and expectations, according to records seen by Insider. Spina told Insider she never received a contract or offer letter to sign, something she now says she should have looked for. Insider viewed copies of more than a dozen emails between her and the head coach who organized her move to Virginia, as well as receipts of her expenses for the shift. So let's scroll down a little bit.
This is terrible.
And on July 11th, Spinia received an email from the head coach telling her that she was to start work on August 1st and that she would submit her details to human resources through a job posting at the university's website. This is merely a formality and can get you in the system with HR, the coach wrote. Completing this now would probably mean you would be on a pay period starting 8/1. She then spoke with the head coach twice a week throughout July to discuss how she would step into the job. Several emails with the coach also shows he asked Spinia to try her hand at a few administrative tasks, such as organizing a camp itinerary for the cheerleading coaching team. We had talked about whether I would relocate, how I would need to have time to find a place to live. So he put me in a hotel. To kick off her move, Spinia said she terminated her lease in Florida and booked a storage unit in Virginia to keep all her belongings. She rented a moving truck, which her boyfriend drove 13 hours to Virginia while she followed in her car. Scroll down.
These stories are amazing. These stories are amazing today.
After settling into her hotel, she began working August 1st. She went to work August 1st on time and immediately started carrying out her new responsibilities and coaching about 50 athletes at the college. When I showed up in person, I was purchasing, ordering items. I was doing a lot of official business with the team. That's when I felt like this is real. The deal's done. I'm here. But Spinia's new job took a turn when her boss asked her on August 8th to check whether human resources had received her personal details. When she emailed the HR department, they said they received her job application. Your application is currently under review by the department, and if you are selected to move forward in the hiring process, a hiring manager will contact you directly. The HR department added in his email that Spinia could browse other job opportunities at the university. But by then, Spinia had already been working 6 days. She replied to HR to say she'd already been hired and assumed it was a clerical error. Scroll up. Or scroll down, sorry. Yep. Hold on. Up. Okay. Spinia said on August 9th, her boss asked her whether there was anything that might cause problems with her background check. Are you guys ready for this?
Shit. OnlyFans?
Huh?
I said OnlyFans?
Let's find out.
Go ahead. Wow.
She said she emailed Human Resources again, but was told her application never reached the stage in which her employer would run a background check. Spinia told insiders she and her boss agreed on August 9th that she shouldn't return to work until the hiring situation was resolved. Spinia said on August 10th, an HR employee called her, saying the company had decided to move forward with other applicants for this job. There is no record of you. Spinia said a call from HR on August 11th confirmed her fears. They said this is now an issue where there's no record of you. There's no hiring process for you. She had never officially been hired, she was told. Spinia also stopped receiving any communications from her boss that day. It was initially a panic situation, mostly because of all the money I had spent. That's a lot of money to lose in a couple of days without a guarantee of getting a paycheck to reimburse that. Spinia said she estimated she had spent $1,500 in just moving to Virginia. She was eventually reimbursed by her would-be employers for her expenses after 7 days of work after she wrote a letter to the college's HR department explaining the misunderstanding. In total, she received a $1,600 check. So she broke even.
That's tough, bro.
So, what would you say to people listening going forward? What would you look for before you move to
you
get a
shit in
job?
writing.
Yeah.
Definitely make sure they already did the background check. Make sure you do the drug test because there's going to be a drug test. And make sure what Rob say? You get it in writing?
What did you say? The letter of what did you say? Letter of acceptance or something? Something. I forgot what
Crazy.
Just make sure
and
you
what
get
really bad blows? what blows my mind about this whole thing is like while she's emailing HR, like she's doing the job. Like they could just give her the job. She's already there. But they're like, nah, we gonna go somewhere else, bro. That's crazy to me. Like the head coach already chose someone.
It probably wasn't his job to choose.
That's fair.
What if he was just stepping in for a day?
Yeah, didn't you say, LA, he was didn't you say like he was perturbed with his job already, or he was having beef with the school? So maybe he did it on purpose just to fuck him over or something. I don't know.
I don't know if he did that. I don't know what was happening, but all I know is this shit is wild.
That is wild.
Can you imagine your girlfriend get a head coach job somewhere? Y'all driving for 13 hours to find out it was a scam?
I'll be upset.
All right.
What I was hoping for at the end of that video, of that message, was like them to be like, "Oh, that person don't even work here." That's what I was really hoping for.
The head coach.
The head coach don't even work here.
Mhm. All right. So we're at the end of the podcast. We're at the end of episode 134. So I thought we should end on a happy note. So I want you to rate this man's dance moves.
All right. Hey. Hey. Fuck it up, man. Hey. I know that airport. He in Vegas. Hey.
Tell me he didn't freak that. Tell me he didn't
He
freak
fucked
that.
it up. Grandpa fucked it up. He said we just went big at the Nino. Next time we go to Vegas, there we got to get an outfit like this, so when we win, we can do the dance.
Oh man.
We count bread like Canes. Hey, shout out to
Oh,
Canes. We went to Canes Friday night after we got this new Mario game.
Yeah.
And they fucked up our order. I ordered 3 the 3-piece chicken with the bread and the fries. I ordered 2 of them, and they gave us like the big combo box. So like we went back and it was like, yo, that's not what we ordered. Yeah. It was like, that's not what we ordered. They gave us our food and it was like, oh, you can keep that too. I was like, oh, word. Shout out to Canes.
They can't take it back. If they do, they just gonna throw it away.
Yeah, I didn't think it through, but I didn't want to just take all that food. I didn't want it, but the boys ate for free, so hey.
Shit.
It's what it is, man. Good time.
And on that note, this is the end of the episode 134 of the Purple Pill Podcast. Let us know down below in the comment section if you are going to desert the army. Where are you guys running to?
Not North Korea. What the fuck?
Definitely, bro.
What the fuck? I'll go to Liberia. I'm going to Liberia. You can't come get me there.
I think I'll go to Canada.
They sending you back in 2 seconds. What the
Yeah,
hell?
2 seconds, bro. On a Greyhound.
You gotta make it. You gotta make them think like, do we really want to spend this 10 grand to go get this? You know, you gotta go far enough away where it hurt their pockets.
Mine is like Morocco.
No, they don't like black people.
Casablanca.
Morocco. I feel like Casablanca would be a good choice. I don't even know where that is.
It's in Morocco, I think. Morocco's the country, right? Am I getting this wrong?
I don't know.
Morocco is a country. I
job.
don't know if Casablanca's in Morocco, honestly.
I'm almost positive it is.
I thought Casablanca was a house.
Where's Casablanca?
I'll look it up for you, Dan.
It's a film.
It's in Morocco, bro. Y'all
Is it?
crazy.
You checked it?
Yeah.
I know it to be a film. That's what I know it from.
It is
used
a
to be
film.
my mom's old boyfriend's favorite movie.
But that's where they was at. Casablanca, Morocco. Top of Africa.
Got it.
Oh. Yeah.
All right. See y'all next week. Peace out.
Peace.
Go Ravens.